Hi guys, John here. Welcome back to another video. Today's going to be a bit of a review, something I don't often do on this channel, but I thought I'd change it up a bit and give you guys something a bit different. Today is going to be a brief overview. If you want me to go a little bit more in depth, leave a comment down below and I'll do a little bit more of an in-depth video. But this video is going to consist of a brief description of the MistKing 5.0 system, which is the system I have running on my 3 bioactive terrariums or vivariums right here. Now, for you guys that have just joined us or haven't seen my previous videos, I have green tree pythons and green tree frogs, and I house them in my Exoterra tanks, which you can see in the front. You can see the frogs to the left, and then the two, the center tank and then the right hand tank are for my green tree pythons, which are yet to be moved into their larger enclosures. Now, the MistKing 5.0 system is a system that many people either get at some point in time or they get right off the bat. There's heaps of misting systems on the market today, but the MistKing 5.0 or the MistKing in general are probably some of the best misting systems you have out there. Now, a MistKing is not only used for reptiles, it's used for plants, greenhouses, and a slew of different other things rather than reptiles, but it is also an extremely efficient way of keeping your reptiles or amphibians hydrated, or the humidity up in the terrarium, which gives a more naturalistic environment for them. Now, I purchased the 5.0, which as 5.0 suggests, there's different systems. I believe there's 3, 4, 5, and I actually believe that's it. Now, there's different stages as well. There's the MistKing regular, MistKing ultimate, and experience, or something on the lines like that. Now, I purchased the base model of the 5.0 due to the fact that I don't need, or I don't have such a large amount of enclosures that I need to be misted. The benefit of getting the larger system is that it can it can produce a lot more mist for the enclosures. Now, the enclosures I have here, I've only got 3, and that's housing 6 nozzles. The baseline can house up to 20 nozzles, whereas the Ultimate, I believe, can house 50 to 70, which is a pretty substantial amount more compared to the baseline. Now, MistKing is probably one of the best misting systems on the market today, and I'll go a little bit more in depth when I jump and open up the bottom of the enclosures and show you how it actually works. But in terms of price-wise, it is the highest retail valued misting system on the market. I know there's Monsoon by Exoterra and a few other misting systems which are very cost-effective and efficient, but they just don't work the same. And if you've got a larger volume of animals that you needed to be misted, it is something that you would highly consider getting a MistKing and saving up the money or investing, as it will make things a lot easier, and you won't have to have 10 different units running on 3 to 5 enclosures. Now, I'll take the phone off the tripod and I'll show you how the setup looks. Now, these systems, as you can see here, this is the system on top, the MistKing. I've got my 3 different enclosures, and they come with a fair few different fittings that you can suggest in there. It's basically either a single fitting or a dual fitting, which I have here. Now, it's something that is fully customizable, which is another great thing about the system, and they're fully adjustable as well. So they can spray each and every way that you so choose. I position them this way because it positions the mist and spray over the plants directly. Give you a bit of a close-up of the enclosures. Now, this system is some of the finest mist that you can get. It is the closest or the finest mist that you would get before it turns into fog, and that's why it is extremely beneficial, because it is more or less a humidity enhancer, because it's such a fine mist. It's not like you're squirting your animal or plants with a spray bottle, which produces a quite a bit of a harsh flow of water. Now, if I go below the system, which is down here, you can see I've got a reservoir, and that's the actual MistKing unit below. Now, in terms of positioning and placement, if you guys want me to go into how I actually plumbed that up, leave a comment in the comment section below, and I can actually do a full video of how I drilled it, the filter that I've gone on it, the one-way flow nozzle which automatically cuts it off. I can do a little bit more chat about that, but on top I've just got the control panel, nice and simple. Probably one of the easiest control panels to use, which was extremely handy if you're not too tech savvy. Now, if I go through the systems, you can see many different time frames. It says it's Sunday, and the next spray will be 6 o'clock. It's 3:59. If I go through, see if I can grab and get this system to fire for you. Here we go. So what I'll do now is I'll position the system in the on, and that will then pump water, and you can see the misting in session. Let's go through. Take a look. Now you can see in these systems it's going off now, and the frog tank as well. Now you can see how fine that mist really is. It's if I put my hand under it, it's not getting soaked. It's a very, very fine mist of water. We'll go back down and turn it off. Let's go. There we go. And you can see with my non-stop valve, or sorry, it stops automatically and no dripping. So it's an extremely handy system. Take a bit of a closer look at the frogs. Now, that's the general gist of this MistKing system. That is the unit itself, for you guys that are wondering and looking at purchasing them. In terms of pricing, I do believe this system is roughly $600 to $800 Australian. In terms of US prices and others, it may vary. You may be able to pick it up a couple $100 cheaper depending on where you live, but they are quite costly over where I am. Now, that's just the general overview of the system. If you did want me to do a little bit more of in-depth in terms of how the controller actually works, how I plumbed it up, and what and how all this actually connects back to the controller and the valves, I'll be more than happy to do that, but just let me know if that's something that you guys are interested in. So leave a comment below, and I'll see you in the next video.